Should I care about stuff being woke or anti-woke? Hi, so I don't really know what to think. I hear a lot of stuff in the news about stuff being woke and the war on woke. Is it normal to think it like there are bigger problems in the world and I don't really care if a mermaid is black or if a trans person is promoting a beer? They're people too. Why is this woke? I know black and trans people in real life. Why does it matter if they're in movies or in ads? Isn't there like homelessness and world hunger a bigger thing to worry about than people existing? Literally just be a decent human being. You don't need to worry about all that crap. You should avoid anyone who seriously uses the word woke like the plague. You're on the right track. Originally, woke meant to be aware of systemic injustices such as racism and sexism in the world. If you're woke, that means you're not asleep and ignoring those things. It was supposed to be a good thing. Then conservatives started turning woke into a boogeyman bad word. Just like they did with liberal and socialism. Now they just use it to describe anything they don't like and perpetuate culture wars. Anti-woke is just a new way to say I'm a fucking racist sexist douche but less self-aware. No, you definitely shouldn't care. Its meaning have been totally bleached by nonsense. People realized they might face consequences for saying slurs, so they started saying woke instead. You're right that it's stupid. Woke is just a word that right-wingers use to describe anything that they don't like. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. Treat others the way you would want them to treat you. I believe that as long as you adhere to principles like these, terms like woke and anti-woke have little meaning. Theoretically speaking, good and evil are enigmatic concepts. But in practice, being a good person is really not that complicated. And isn't being a good person much more important than concerning yourself with tribalisms like woke or anti-woke? Anyone who uses woke unironically has an agenda to push and is only concerned with demonizing minority groups. Be kind to people. Normal people do not care. The people complaining are a very small minority. They're just loud. When right-wingers say woke, they're not referring to any movement or ideology or belief system. It's just not as acceptable to say you want minorities out of your country anymore, so they allude to it with that word instead. You should care because you are being bombarded with propaganda. Woke has no true meaning to American GQP. It's stuff we hate. Anti-woke is I am an asshole. Treating minorities with the same respect you show anyone else isn't woke. It's not being a dick. You are very smart and sensible. Keep doing that. Yes, there are bigger problems in the world, like access to abortion. Oh wait, anti-woke people are getting rid of it. Woke means aware of social injustice or prejudice, as in racism or anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. It's generally a good thing to be woke, and people who are against being woke are generally pretty gross. Woke is good. Don't listen to the hype. Look up what it means and use your noodle. No. Enjoy what you enjoy. But if somebody uses that word, don't take anything they say as worth listening to. Anti-woke hysteria is just camouflage for racists who don't have the courage to admit what they are. The only time you see this in the news is if you're watching a channel that leans GOP. Anything that talks about social issues that are used to distract and divide people is stupid. This is how politicians keep the dumb distracted from real issues like the economy, healthcare, education, and other topics that actually matter. You can thank Newt for all this bullshit. You are hitting the age when you're starting to realize a lot of adults are idiots. You are correct. Woke is a meaningless buzzword conservatives use to complain about anything they don't like. Most of the stuff they get angry about is petty and stupid. Ignore anyone that uses the word. You shouldn't care about the labels. But you should care when people use the terms, typically people who complain about things being woke, or push an anti-woke behavior, or just using euphemisms for bigotry. They're racist or homophobic, anti-Semitic, etc. The term woke is the best word ever popularized. If you hear somebody use that word to describe something in any serious capacity, you now know they're fucking stupid, bigoted, and potentially dangerous to be around. So, now you can avoid them. Also, the thing they're describing as woke is probably pretty cool. Check whatever it is out. Great term. Just like communism and socialism, the far right has co-opted the word woke and assigns it to basically anything they don't like. It is stupid, and those who use that terminology are counting on people to be stupid enough to get angry over things they don't understand. Isn't there homelessness and world hunger a bigger thing to worry about than people existing? You answered your own question with this lol. Conservatives are using the culture war against wokeness to distract you from those more important things, of which their own policy decisions contribute towards the unending cycle. Woke in media is basically conservative shorthand for diverse cast unless the movie, book, or game is regarded as amazing, in which case they'll ignore it since that's a fight they know they can't win. It's why Dune isn't woke somehow, despite being a massive critique on colonization, white savior complex, imperialism, and religion. Yet the new Little Mermaid was woke because it featured a black actress. Woke is the new conservative and reactionary boogeyman they can use to whip up their base and make them scared. Being woke wasn't controversial until it was weaponized against anything progressive, similar to how everything that helps regular citizens is called socialism now. Just don't listen to fools like that. Woke is just a rightoid buzzword they use to identify anything left of whipping black people. It's both something rightoids hate and something that leftists like. So, anti-capitalist rhetoric, criticism of Republican policy and lack thereof, criticism of the government and the police, anti-fascism, protecting marginalized people, respecting LGBT folk. You know, stuff that Jesus would do if he were alive. Just apply the Godwin's second law. Anyone who uses woke as a pejorative will turn out to be a fuckhead. Yeah, you're on the right track. They're trying to rile you up over nothing to promote hateful ideologies. You're in the right. It doesn't matter at all. This nonsense is just bigoted people complaining. Woke original was for black people who realized that how badly they were being put down by society. In America, of course. Since times have changed and language being fluid, the use of woke in such a thing has fallen. Now, it has re-emerged as a way to describe how the mostly entertainment industries do half-assed attempts at trying to appeal to a minority. Anti-woke is just plainly a way for some conservatives to hop on a trend to avoid backlash. These days the only people using the word woke are sleeping under rocks and not willing to wake up. You should only care enough to understand that they'll say you're woke for not caring that a mermaid is black. Woke is generally about being a decent human being. Anyone who uses that word is telling me they are a trash human. It's smoke and mirrors. They focused on the micro to avoid people spending time and energy on macro stuff. Lobbies and parties rather have people get mad because there's a black mermaid than wage theft. Money volume being higher than all other kinds of theft combined. Or any of the other issues that get everyone fucked day to day and have a real impact in our present and future quality of life.